today with my boy DLF Drew.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's good? What's good? What's good? You know, music's been a really big part of my life. When you go through shit in life, you have to find an outlet that helps you, get away from it sometimes and help you cope with it. You walk on that stage, bro, and I just see like flashlights everywhere. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm performing in the on BMO Field for fuck's sakes. It's crazy. Like,
You go to UTM,
UTM is the school.
University of Toronto, Mississauga, which everyone knows is not a real UofT.
Here we go. UTM is a very closed campus. It was either UTM or Mac at the end of the day. I actually did want to go to Mac. Mac was my number one choice, for being very honest. Our school is so dead, bro. Like, it's so depressing. And it comes in waves.
Waves of depression.
Waves
at
of
UofT.
depression, bro. You can't get around that, bro. It's just like, okay, you start school, cool. It's good for the first month. Midterms. There's no, like, rest, you know? Like, it's just like grind. Keep grinding, do this, do that. But at the end of the day, we're buying the brand. Most people do accept their offers from UofT because, it's the number one in Canada.
UofT.
Whoever's reading your resume is just going to be like, okay, cool, UofT, clean, next.
What have you learned from university the most, not academics?
The biggest thing I realized, the transition for international students compared to local students is crazy. People from like all over the world come here and they just fucking outclass everybody. And I'm like, you guys are actually built different. The one thing I fucking wanted in grade 12 was a graduation and a prom. I wanted to tell my kids that, okay, I went to prom. Here are the prom pictures. But bro, now I have to tell them I survived the fucking pandemic. Got there and I realized that, bro, I'm going to have to do a lot of talking to strangers, bro. And if you cannot do that, your life in uni is going to be depressing.
Is being social worth losing your 4.0? For me, it is. Social media is just close enough to human interaction that it supplements human interaction. I didn't really get close to that group until I left IB.
I came into university actually looking for someone. I knew that it was the opportunity to meet people, including girls. A lot of people at UTM just can't talk, bro. They just look so unapproachable.
But I think a lot of it also comes down to
Insecurity.
The guy is worried that the girl's gonna freak out, call him a creep, call him weird.
That's the biggest thing. Real is something I've never had, bro. Real is something where you
All
literally...
these fakers.
Bro, all these fakes in fucking GSF. Shout out to the fakes in GSF. You guys taught me a lot. You guys are all fake, bro.
You do need standards. Yeah, you have to have like a line, a barrier. I wouldn't even consider a relationship if I didn't think it was going to last at least a year. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VoV podcast, Voices of Vic. Today we're doing something different. We're doing something interesting. All the podcasts normally are with Victoria College students. Obviously, that's why it's called Voices of Vic. But school is still not in yet. We got a month away till uni. And I've decided to talk to some students from other universities, other colleges, other locations. I'm going to talk to some people who don't even go to university. We're going to do a bit of a series here of other students, other people our age, 18 to 24, who are in different places in life than Victoria College students. Today, with my boy DLF Drew.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's good?
It's great to have you. This is an unprecedented episode.
Crazy, unprecedented episode.
The entire world is waiting to see this.
This one's going to be crazy.
This one is going to be unmatched.
Unmatched. Honestly, it's just going to be crazy at this point.
Might break the internet. I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see.
Drew, this is, by the way, just to make everyone aware, this is a video and audio podcast. All right. This is not either just one. Okay. Earlier in the day, you explain what happened.
Earlier during the day, we were texting, making this stuff happen, and I was just a bit curious because I've been watching the podcasts here and there, but had to find out actually what the podcast really was. Are we just doing a video? Are we doing audio? Is it just gonna be no video? I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But I ended up texting this guy, are we just doing a podcast that's just video, or are we doing it just audio? And then I was like, I just realized what I said.
No, I understand. The question made sense.
Yeah.
Because you thought, is it just audio or is it video?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, it's video. And audio too, it's both. You can't just have video and mute podcast.
Yeah.
For 60 minutes.
That was funny as fuck.
That was pretty funny. I couldn't really contain the laughter at work.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. Speaking of audio.
Yeah.
Famous rapper. Almost.
Famous.
Almost.
Famous is crazy. Almost there.
How's your rap career going?
Rap career. Let's go back to the roots, bro.
True.
Let's go back to
where
the
it all
roots.
started.
Where
The Aiden diss track.
The Aiden diss track. Shout out to my boy Aiden. You already know. If you
Yep.
see this, you'll probably see it.
He's gonna see it.
He's gonna see it. Music's been a really big part of my life. Just starting with the drums and then continuing that for like 16 years. Here I am today, you know, almost professional drummer, solid. And once I got to high school, you know, shit went down. Shit's been happening left, right, and center. But yeah, I decided that, you know, it was time to, you know, try something new, you know, do something different. And at the time, we were watching the Sidemen Boys on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And we still do. Shout out to the Sidemen. But yeah,
I never watched. Don't include me in that shit.
What do you mean?
I don't watch the
You never watched the Sidemen?
I could say so much, but
Brother, everyone knows the Sidemen. But anyways, shout out to my boy KSI.
if he's watching this, yeah.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, since then there was a big like YouTube like trend about like, yeah, diss tracks here and there. And I was like, you know what? Time to just hit one, bro. Like, I'm just gonna make one.
Time to join on.
I'll make a diss track, and I made the diss track.
Yeah.
And none other than on my best friend at the time, Aiden. This guy literally took the biggest hit of all time. Like, it's just a crazy ass diss track, craziness.
It's
but
too
yeah,
good.
that's where it all started. From there, it was just, you know, I got better and better, kept going, kept writing, kept being inspired by, you know, real life experiences.
Yep.
And yeah, the rest is that. It's just uphill from there.
How much of your music is authentic?
Define authentic.
How much? Okay. You know how, like, have you seen those clips of Lil Tecca? He'll like go through his genius lyrics.
Oh.
And he'll be like, I got 2 twin Glocks. And he's like, I don't have any Glocks. and then he'll be like,
oh yeah,
I got something about the whip.
The license. Yeah,
I can't
he
drive.
He doesn't even drive.
So how much of that is you? Do you speak from real experience? Or just obviously, do you like tone it up?
Okay,
a bit?
I'd say 99% of the time I am writing about my own experiences, and I make sure like what I write actually makes sense.
Yeah.
And it relates to me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Important
I mean,
to make sense.
Here and there, like in like maybe 1 out of like 30 songs, I, you know, include like a little playful bar about like, you know, I don't fucking know, like people like remember Memories, the song Memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like like this bitch is calling up my phone. No, they're not.
they're not calling.
They're not, bro.
No one's calling.
They're not. Or like shit, like I don't know, like I'm counting my cash. Bro, I was dead broke in like grade 10. Like I wasn't making any money. Hell no.
15-year-old.
Hell no.
That's
Yeah, no,
funny.
there was nothing. But like, yeah, other than that, just a little playful bars, but nothing crazy, you know. The rest is authentic though.
Yeah. No, at least like starting at when you're at the bottom, like when you're just starting, I don't think it's harmful to make those lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's artistic at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I find that interesting. But where is it taking you now? Actually, you know what? Explain your style. It's unique.
Style. Okay. So
unique.
I've pretty much started, of course, Juice WRLD, you know. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD, an incredible artist.
Shout out
Juice WRLD. He was the reason I started writing music. Very relatable music. Helped me through very hard times. And yeah, from there it was just like, you know, I'm gonna start, you know, idolizing him in the sense that I try to inspire myself from his music and write according to his music.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So I picked up his style, started playing around with it, and then yeah, I started off with some pretty sad songs because, you know, back in the day, DLF himself was depressed as fuck. Anyways.
Heartbreak changes
Yeah,
a man.
it's just crazy. So yeah, when you go through shit in life, you have to find an outlet that helps you, you know, get away from it sometimes and help you cope with it.
100%.
So that was my outlet. The only outlet I have is music. And yeah, I started with sad music, and then I transitioned to, in grade 9, I made my first ever song, Keep It On The Low.
Keep it on the low.
Keep It On The Low is a crazy one.
Family favorite.
Family favorite.
Yeah.
Performed at the talent show.
Oh yeah.
The talent
Can't
show was
forget it.
crazy. Shout out to everyone who supported at the talent show. It was a crazy show. Crazy
That must have
show.
been like. Was that like if you had to rank like top 3 moments of your rap career?
100%. That's number 1, bro.
It's gotta be number 1, right?
Bro, you walk on
I
that
was
stage.
there. I remember.
You walk on that stage, bro, and I just see like flashlights everywhere. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm performing in the fucking on BMO Field for fuck's sakes. It's crazy. Like, I look everywhere. I see my friends. I see people like Aaliyah Hala, people putting up posters and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I got people putting posters in the sky saying DLF. Like, bro, that is crazy.
The grandkids will hear about this one.
Of course they will, bro. It's
100%.
a crazy moment, and it was honestly the best day of my entire life. I actually felt like what I wrote had value, and that, you know, when you perform that and everyone's actually singing along with you,
Yeah.
like, bro, that energy is something you can never find, bro. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
But yeah, from there I started with Afro beats, went to Juice WRLD music, and then yeah, I found myself getting into a lot of Afro beats at the time. Started making after releasing my album in January, made a really diverse album. very diverse with drill, with Juice WRLD music, with Afro beats, just very diverse and something that everyone can like. You're gonna have like something that everyone's gonna like, maybe one or two songs that are gonna hit different people, and that was the whole point of my album, just to like get the fact out there that I'm just very diverse and I can do a lot, not just like one style.
You sound like my dad right now. When he was in his band, they only had one album, but he always talks about how like we cover all the bases. You want jazz, you want rock, you want blues. We got all of it one album, which is awesome. Yeah. And you're doing it in the context of a hip hop style album, but it's diverse in the sense of the beats, the lyrics, all this kind of stuff.
Storytelling, everything.
Storytelling, right? That's important. And it's just cool to see. Cool to see you taking off. When's the third album?
Third album.
When's the third album?
Third album is loading. That's all I gotta say.
Is it loading?
It's loading.
All right, we can't reveal too much here. We'll move on, but like, where can people find your music? Shout it out on the pod right now.
All right, already know. You guys know me. I'm DLF. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music. My roots are on SoundCloud, but don't call me a SoundCloud rapper. That's just gonna piss me off. So if you want a way to piss me off, you can use it, but it's not gonna be fun for me, so don't do that. But yeah, no, Spotify, Apple Music, DLF. Search up Memories or my newest album, Remedy. Give it a listen, and my Instagram is at the real DLF_. Hit me up. I would love to get some insight. Love to hear everyone's thoughts on what I've been doing. Yeah.
Do you ever get the DJ Khaled comparisons?
DJ Khaled is crazy.
You go to UTM.
UTM is the school.
UTM, University of Toronto, Mississauga, which everyone knows is not a real U of T.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
What do you have to say about being at the worst University of Toronto? Sorry, second
worst. I was about to clarify that.
Scarborough is a new level of dog shit. I'd rather go to TMU. Sorry, no. Yeah, TMU. I'd rather go to Ryerson than go to U of T Scarborough. Bro. No, okay. What are the comparisons, though? You've been to both campuses. You haven't studied it.
I've visited both.
St. George.
I pretty much spent all my time at UTM. But yeah, I've been to St. George I'd say a good 10 times so far.
How big is UTM?
UTM is a very closed campus rather than downtown Toronto. It's just a little forest where we have a set of 8-9 buildings around the campus, each for their own programs and stuff like that. In terms of size, it's a cozy size. It's like a neighborhood, It's like you walk to school and you're in this campus and it's just forest and it's a very cozy thing. Although people still do bitch about walking in winter to classes and stuff like that, it's not that big of a campus. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a cozy size. I like it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Is it comparable to JSF to high school, or is
no, not even close. It's way bigger.
Way bigger than that. Okay.
Way bigger.
Okay, so it's not just like a building. There's
no. There's a good 9 to 10 buildings.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sweet, that's cool. I mean, you talked about transferring. Is that still on your mind?
I don't know yet.
Don't know yet?
No.
Why do you? What makes you even want to consider that?
More so, just the UofT concept of the competitiveness in first and second year. Yeah. Getting into post. Yeah. It's just a crazy mental thing. It weighs you down. Yeah. A lot of people that come from our class, transferring from high school to university during the pandemic it's a huge change, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. And starting Uni Online was, it wasn't beneficial for anyone. No. It hit a lot of people, and it just basically we got a really rocky start to university, and it was rough, bro. Got it. But yeah, I mean, since then I've just been what's the harm in my first choice, because I applied to 4 schools. I applied to Guelph, I applied to York, I applied to Mac and UofT. Yeah. I got into all 4, and I was like,
flexing.
I said flexing. But yeah, no, I got into all 4, and I was like, I was weighing out my options, and it was either UTM or Mac at the end of the day, and I actually did want to go to Mac.
Why?
Mac was my number 1 choice.
Why?
No, because it was.
How was your number 1 choice if you didn't?
Well, no. On the website was obviously number 1 was UTM, but I got that. That was my first ever offer. But in deep down, I thought about it, and I was like, I feel like I'd be way more comfortable at Mac. I'd feel like I'd have the opportunity to actually experience the university life at Mac.
Yeah.
Because, bro, for being very honest, our school is so dead, bro. Like, it's actually crazy.
You're not wrong.
It's such a dead school, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I do love the school, but, bro, like, it's so depressing, and it comes in waves.
Waves of depression.
Waves of depression, bro. You can't get around that, bro. It's just like, okay, you start school, cool. It's good for the first month. Midterms.
Every school has a midterm.
No, I know it is, but it's just like the waves, like the algorithm of the waves are just like, bro, I'm starting. I don't get to chill.
Yeah.
There's no like rest, Like it's just like grind. Keep grinding. Do this, do that. You don't get a rest of anything. I don't know. I just feel like I'd have a better, like I would have had better experiences at Mac.
Yeah.
And I'm still thinking about it for grad school, but that's that's for later. It's not a big deal. But
what's your plan for grad school?
Right now I'm trying to get into pharmacy, so I'm finishing up my bachelor's in chemistry and bio. So
you really did idolize Juice WRLD.
Pretty much.
Getting into pharmacy.
That's crazy. This guy's pointing towards the drugs.
All right, just kidding. No, but yeah, I mean, it is a grind. UofT,
it is a grind.
Non-stop.
Bro, at the end of the day, we're buying the brand at the end of the day. Like, what
do you mean? Like,
in the sense that, bro, most people do accept their offers, like, from UofT because, it's the number one in Canada.
UofT, yeah. It's
UofT. That brand that you're buying,
yeah.
The UofT brand is just like, it's something valuable.
Yeah.
But, I've been actually doing some thinking, and, bro, nowadays, if you hop on any job-looking website, like LinkedIn or fucking Indeed, for fuck's sakes, anything, you hop on like that website and you just see that they just look for experience, bro.
Literally.
Like, your bachelor's doesn't even matter. Barely. Like, like whoever's reading your resume is just gonna be like, okay, cool, UofT clean, next.
That's the thing. That's hard for some people to hear.
That is true.
It's hard for some people to hear.
No, it is, and I'll gladly say that. Listen, we're getting a bachelor's from UofT, but bro, it's gonna be the least valuable thing
100%.
on your resume.
100%.
Least valuable. It's crazy.
You're right. And even more so, you're saying about the entire degree. There are people out here stressing about the GPA number on their resume, as if the employer is gonna look at your 4.0,
bro,
and my 3.1,
just
because
like, you have a 3.8, just because you have a 3.8 in like your degree, like you put that on your resume, it doesn't mean that it's gonna lead you anywhere to get a job.
Seriously, if me and some student,
yes,
at UofT, my GPA is not a 2.0, but let's say it's a 2.0. I walk into an interview with a 2.0, and obviously depends on the job, but let's just say any kind of important, let's say a business position.
Yeah.
Important business position.
Okay.
Keep it vague. I walk into the office. Resume shows 2.0. We both went to UofT. My resume shows 2.0. His resume shows a 4.0. I am a little more charismatic. Maybe I'm a nicer person. Maybe I walk in not smelling like garbage.
Bro.
Maybe, dress nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of the person. I can communicate. I know what I'm talking about. I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He walks in, 4.0.
Smells bad.
Smells bad. Nervous.
CS student.
CS student. He's nervous.
No, I'm joking. Yo, all my CS people, I actually love you guys. Don't take it.
I love CS people too. You guys smell like ass. No. What was I saying? Yeah, he walks in nervous, jittery, stutters when he talks. He's got a 4.0 though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's getting it.
No,
I don't think he's getting it.
Bro, it's bigger than academics at this point, bro.
100%. And anyone who doesn't know, I feel so bad for anyone who doesn't realize that. And I'm not trying to shit on academics. And this is coming from someone who does not have a 4.0.
Yeah.
Okay. My GPA, I think my CGPA right now is at like a 3.1. Completely honest, open book, 3.1.
Same. It's 3.1 as well.
There we go. But once it might sound like I'm trying to pull down the people with the high GPAs, but in first year I had a 3.9 GPA. 3.9. So I'm not trying to talk shit. I just realized that at the end of first year, I spent this whole 2 semesters stressing about my courses. I was missing all the important things at university. You got
to offer, yeah.
Connect with people. You got to meet people. I've learned so much from this podcast alone.
Really?
Literally, I've learned so much from this podcast.
Yeah.
You have to know how to speak.
Of course.
I say that as I stutter. You have to know how to speak.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
You have to know how to talk.
Yeah.
That's first thing. You have to know how to get people to like you.
Yes.
I've
that's
had
true.
15 to unreleased, 13 guests walk in coming to do an interview. Of course, most of them were my friends, but
Yeah.
a couple people who I've never met before. And this is a little bit intimidating, the whole setup, cameras, lights, all this stuff. And they're walking in, you inviting them to the podcast. If it's the first time them meeting you, it's not like a very easy,
comforting.
it's not very
environment.
easy to just walk into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people are confident, they don't care. But I mean, just even for the average person, this is a
Pretty intimidating.
setup, right?
Yeah.
That's why I sent you the picture beforehand.
Yeah.
So you know what you're getting
No,
into.
I mean, I've never really done any podcasts like this. Maybe for school I have, but that's about it. But I mean, yeah, bro.
You've been chilling this whole
I've been
time,
chilling, bro.
because we know each other, so it's
Yeah.
like it's chill.
Yeah. This is all fun, bro.
But you have to be able to get a person who's never met you in front of a bunch of cameras and just kind of cool the tone down, even if they do know you.
Yeah.
Like, some people are nervous, so you have to be able to just be chill, smile, make them laugh, be kind of like relaxed, all this type of stuff. And that goes more into just a podcast. That goes into life. You could use that in life.
For sure.
So it's been interesting.
Yeah, that's good, bro. I mean, it's been crazy. I've been watching a bunch of the reels and stuff like that. It's
Appreciate
been, yeah, no, you're doing good, bro.
What have you learned from university the most, not academics?
It honestly normalized failing.
Really?
I know a lot of people who are going through a very academically downslope.
Yep.
Like when they started uni, and it's normal, bro. You
Yep.
finish high school, you come to university. The thing is that the biggest thing I realized, bro, the transition for international students compared to local students is crazy. It's different.
Facts.
It is crazy, bro. These
Facts.
people from like all over the world come here and they just fucking outclass everybody. And I'm like, you guys are like actually built different.
Yeah.
But like, yo, for us, we have to work twice as hard.
What do you mean?
In the sense that, bro, they just come with like so much background knowledge that we never had.
Oh, the education system
Yeah.
in those countries are
Insane.
superior.
So superior.
India, China. We're
Craziness.
not competing with India or China.
Hell no. Not even close, bro.
Not at all.
It's just crazy, bro.
And it kind of actually does give you perspective on like just the state of countries on a global scale.
Mm.
Now, to be 100% fair, this isn't a cop-out, but China and India are huge. They're huge. The more people you have, the more smart people you have,
Yeah.
right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
But still, you just see, especially, I noticed it especially with the Chinese students, because UofT has a very large Chinese population of international students. Their discipline and their care for success
Yes.
is noticeably different.
Yeah, but that's because, it's a completely different world for them too,
It's a
like
different culture.
they walk into this country where they have something to prove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. And people growing up here think they don't,
Yeah, that's true.
which is messed.
That
It's
is true.
crazy.
No, that's true.
It's crazy.
It
Like
is true.
I respect the hell out of that upbringing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it comes with its challenges. And
Bro,
I'm sure it comes with
with
its negatives.
so much discipline because
That's the thing.
from back home, even we follow Mauritius follows. Sorry guys, I'm from Mauritius. Just putting that out there.
Shout out to Mauritius.
Shout out to all the Mauritians watching.
Yeah.
Love you guys. But yeah, in Mauritius we follow the British school system.
Yeah.
So yeah, the British school system, it's pretty intense. It's a crazy no life system. You have no life
system.
no life, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
When I visit Mauritius, like even at a younger age, I went when I was like 12. For 6 months, I went to Mauritius.
Yeah.
I did a bit of schooling there, homeschooling, but I still got to experience like the vibe of the academic system there. It's so intense, bro. You have school from like 9 to fucking like 2. You go from 2 o'clock to like 5 o'clock. You have to go to tutoring.
Yeah.
And then after tutoring, you have to do your homework for tutoring and your homework for school for the day. It's from 9 to 9. You have 12 hours in your day and you're just doing work the entire time.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
No
crazy.
rest. Absolutely no rest.
It gives results.
It does give results.
That's the thing.
Does it fuck with your mental though?
That's true.
It does.
So you got to balance it. It's hard.
It's hard to find that balance.
It's hard to find that line. Like,
even
where do you
for us,
cut it
bro.
off?
We come from a French school that has dog shit education. If we're being honest, like we
JSF on a provincial scale
on a provincial scale, yes.
isn't bad.
Okay.
On a global scale, different story.
Yes, for sure. I just think that we were too laid back in high school.
Oh yeah.
Bro, we, like, you can talk about, from grade 9 to 12 where we literally would, go to school. We would be playing, like, Clash Royale in class, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like, I remember grade 12 English with, what's our English teacher's name again?
Oh, what's her name? Started with a D?
I don't know. I forgot her name.
No, it didn't start with a D. I'm thinking
No.
university. Saclemente.
Saclemente.
Hey.
Shout out, Madame Saclemente.
Shout out.
I hope you're not watching because we're about to talk you so hard right now. Anyways, no. Madame Saclemente was, like, bro, me and you were in her class, chill vibes. This was during COVID. During COVID, we came to school for the first semester before lockdown started again.
Yeah.
And, bro, like, we'd pull up with our masks on. We get into class. Half the class is gone because, it's divided in 2 cohorts.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. You walk in, and, bro, me and Carter are just chilling at the back of the class on our fucking phones talking about God knows what. It's just crazy conversation. But, yeah, no, like, stuff like that. It's just, like, we lacked so much focus in high school that gave us habits that did not help us in university.
That is actually a really good point. I had never thought about that.
Yeah.
I understood the idea of not paying attention in high school and how that has made us worse students in university, because that's where we started, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about how the international students are just crushing all the locals.
Outclassing us.
But it starts at that. You got a knock on the door. Hold up. What were we talking about? That was a very good point you made about how we weren't focused in high school.
Yeah, the habits.
The habits, that's the thing. And it's like, when you're in high school, you think high school is not that important. It's not about the education.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, you are in a system that is essentially developing your work habits.
Yeah.
Despite it being high school, it's developing the person you are.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
The work habits you have.
Bro, your personality is literally built during those years.
And if you get used to being distracted in a work environment, it's going to carry over into your later life, your adult years.
You see, the most social people in high school are the ones who actually end up getting the bad habits, because we end up getting so distracted that, I mean, I'm speaking for myself. Like, I am a very social person. Carter knows that. In high school, bro, you walk into the hallway. I know everybody in the hallway, bro. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I talk to everybody. Like, at this point, like, I'm just probably, like, one of the most social people at that school. But yeah, like,
probably king, I would say. King of JSF.
Yeah. I'd consider myself king of GSF. It's a big statement, but I got it.
Self-proclaimed king.
Yep. Walk into the hallway. Everybody knows who I am. All good.
All good.
Not all that. It's fine, though.
All the ladies want you. All the men want to be
That
you.
one's crazy. That one's crazy. But yeah, no, I was pretty much known as the artist of the school, I'm pretty sure. Like,
I would say so.
Everybody knew that, okay, this is the guy that makes music.
I think there was one kid in grade, the year under us.
Yeah. Remember he came up to me?
Who is he?
I don't know. He came up to me.
I forget his name.
I have no clue. He came up to me and he's like, yo, are you DLF? You're the one that makes music, right? And I'm like, bro, am I getting my first fan, like, response in front of me? Like, what is going on?
You want me to sign your chest? Kid.
Nah, that kid was... that day I realized, like, yo, people actually know me in the school. That is crazy. Wow. Man, that was crazy. But yeah, no, like, stuff like that. But yeah, back to the point I was just talking about, like, I feel like the most social people in our school ended up getting the bad habits, in the sense that if you look at people who are very, like, quiet, not that social, don't go out, their distractions are very minimal.
Yep.
They end up picking up very studious habits where they go home, they just do their shit.
Yep.
Not do anything. But that also, I don't know how people like that cope with everything else going on in their life.
100%.
It's just crazy. I feel like when you have that lifestyle, I don't know where your outlet is, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It comes back to the balance we were talking about. You need to be able to stay focused, get your work done, but then also not neglect the social aspect of it, because same thing. Right now we're talking about being social in the negative light, but we can have the exact same conversation about how you need to talk to people in high school.
Yeah.
You need to develop those social skills.
You develop the social skills, you get to university. I'm going to tell you a story now. Like, bro, after grade 12, for fuck's sakes, our graduation was on a fucking USB.
Yeah.
Like, bro, shit like that. Like, yeah. I even had my own graduation and prom. This is recorded. I'm telling you right now, the one thing I fucking wanted in grade 12 was a graduation and a prom. I wanted to tell my kids that, okay, I went to prom. Here are the prom pictures. But, bro, now I have to tell them I survived the fucking pandemic. Like, hello? What the fuck? Yeah. But, yeah, no, like, after that, I realized that, yo, like, we're like, all of our friends are going to go in their different direction at some point.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose a lot of people, and we did. We lost a shit ton of connections that we thought we'd keep. And bro, I got to uni first year. I went to one of the Frosh events for UTM, and yeah, bro, my first friend was a Discord friend, bro. I met him. He's still my friend. I still love the guy. But yeah, got there and I realized that, bro, I'm gonna have to do a lot of talking to strangers, bro. Yeah. And if you cannot do that, your life in uni is going to be depressing.
Literally, and UofT students need to hear that.
Bro, they need to hear that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You guys just pull up to school walking around like you guys are entitled or something and you can't talk to anybody. Like,
but that's the thing, though. Oh, what's going on here? No, that's the thing, is that I don't believe that I don't believe that these students want to be social. Like a little bit maybe. Like it makes them uncomfortable sometimes, you know, like 2-3 days, one or 2 days a week, they'll be like, I wish I had a better social life.
Yeah.
But it comes back to that conditioning we were saying at an early age.
Yeah.
Is being social worth losing your 4.0? For me, it is. Yes.
For me, it is as well.
100%. There are students, maybe it's pressure from their parents, maybe it's even their own, you know, goals in life. Maybe it's their own goals in university. It might not be worth it to them.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to upbringing at that point.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, parents play a huge part in becoming the person you are, obviously.
100%.
You know, I always was a very quiet kid, but I grew out to be a very social person because of school, actually. But yeah, I mean, you know, it comes down to how they were brought up, how many things they've been through in their life, how many social connections you have at a young age, stuff like that, bro. It's just like, there's a lot of factors, but at the end of the day, like, if you're not social in university, bro, you're gonna have a tough time. It's really tough.
I do think the biggest privilege in the world is good parents.
Yeah.
I think having good parents is the number one privilege you could ask for. It's better than, I think, than growing up rich. I think it's better to grow up with good parents than it is to grow up rich. Any sort of, I guess, cultural privilege you want to talk about, I think all of that does not compare to having good parents. Yeah. Because those are the people that are making you, literally physically making you, but also like making you into the person you are.
Yeah.
Instilling their values, their ideas. You're just a version of them if they do a good job. Mm-hmm. But that's, you have to be careful. You might be born to awful parents. That's when you have to kind of maybe challenge yourself, right?
Yeah.
And think, could they be wrong? Which is a slippery slope.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into.
That is a crazy, like,
I would feel terrible for anyone who doesn't trust their parents in that sense.
Bro, I know. Let's talk about a generational thing here.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. Nowadays, a lot of people in our generation are traumatized. They carry a lot of emotional baggage. Yep. Brother, I was talking to my dad about this like a couple of weeks ago. Like, in his day and age, there's no social media. There's nothing toxic. There's nothing. Bro, for fuck's sakes, he had to go to a phone booth to call my mother. Yep. At the back in the day when they were like 19 and 20. Yep. Like, stuff like that. Like, life was just so much simpler. Now you wake up, you have social media, you have a phone, you have these things that can, you know, cause mayhem in your life. Yep. Sure, we use it on a daily basis, but bro, shit like that makes life hard as well in different ways. You get into problems because of social media. You get into crazy things, honestly. It's just crazy. But yeah, no, I feel like our generation is very hurt, very traumatized. Every girl that you meet nowadays carries a lot of emotional like baggage, bro. Like, whatever they go through, it could be personal, it could be anything, but I feel like it's a generational thing. It's hard with
social media. Yeah, I mean, there's people are, you know what it is that social media is just close enough to human interaction that it supplements human interaction.
That's because the thing, yeah.
You're texting to people, you're DMing people, whatever. You see their face on Instagram, blah, 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 all this type of stuff. And you're in a group chat, whatever, even talking over Discord isn't real.
Not even close.
Talking on a FaceTime isn't real.
No.
So it's like it's just enough to where you can kind of transmit ideas.
Yeah.
But being like we are right now, we're 2 feet away from each other. Yeah. Our energy is in the same room.
If we were to do this podcast from home to home on Discord and record it, Would it be the same thing? Absolutely not.
No way.
Not even close.
No chance.
No.
So you need that in-person interaction.
Just like school. We're not going to do school on Teams, have our graduation on Teams.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what?
I feel like that destroyed you, that we didn't get a graduation or a prom.
Brother, it hurts me every day, bro. And the entire
Why?
No, bro, the
Why?
month of June now is just like, it's just cancer to look at. I open my phone, guys, prom tickets.
Why
prom.
do you care so much, though?
Bro, because I didn't get it, bro.
No, I don't care about that shit.
Nah, I care, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
prom.
there's things that you go through in school, bro, that you need to experience.
Bro, prom especially, though, is for girls.
I don't think so, bro. I feel like it's a big thing for guys as well. It's a big moment. It's like, I don't know how to explain the value of it, but it depends on the person, I guess. For me, it was just valuable because I was like, it's a benchmark of, okay, you finish high school, you have a prom, you get to celebrate with all your high school friends, and then come back after 10 years at a reunion, and then you talk about that moment, bro. It's a crazy moment.
The only reason, hanging out with your boys is always going to be the best.
Of course.
Doesn't matter the setting.
Bro, I miss my boys so much, bro. It's crazy.
We can be at, or
of course.
not to bleep that out.
This guy just leaked my address.
Not to reveal the address. Sorry.
What the This guy leaked his own address, my address. Like, what's going on?
We could be at my house or your house.
Yeah.
Or school or in a ditch.
Anywhere, as long as you're with those people, bro.
When you're with your boys,
crazy energy.
it's awesome.
Crazy. Shout out to the boys. Let's name them.
Boys.
We got Ali. We got Rohan.
Rohan's G.
Rohan's the G, to be honest. We got Daniel Okereke.
Yeah.
We got my boy Kaffer, Fardeen,
Too many.
all those guys. There's too many. There's too many. It's just crazy. My boy Ahmad. All the GSF guys, man. I miss you guys so much. It's been a minute. We'll catch up soon at my house party. But yeah.
Big time. Big time with the boys for sure.
Yeah, the boys are special, bro. Those are like friendships that you have to make sure you have to keep, bro. Like, you're not gonna find that anywhere else, bro. Nowhere.
I think a lot of guys, they make like whatever, they're 3-4 good close friends in like grade 3.
Yeah.
And then just stick it out for like decades.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's awesome. And that's something that you're right about. You have to make sure you don't lose that. Because especially once you get older, marriage, kids, you start to like,
bro, it gets in the way, obviously.
A lot of guys just lose their
I know, and I want to make sure that does not happen with like a lot of people. I want to keep them in my life, bro. Like, that's why I keep organizing this yearly party at my house, just to make sure I get that reunion like yearly. Because bro, most of the time during the year, during school, like we can't see each other. Like, it's just so busy. Everyone has their own life in uni, bro. It's just crazy.
100%.
Yeah. And
we talked about it earlier. You lose a lot of people on the way.
Oh, I forgot. Literally, my closest friend, Omar, bro. Omar's the GOAT.
Shout out,
Omar.
But you lose a lot of people on the way, but we're still here.
Of course. We're still here.
Pulling through.
We're pulling through, and we're making it work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. You know what's funny is that I didn't really get close to like that group in JSF until I left IB.
Yeah.
Bro, I was in the IB class.
That's because when you're in that classroom, you don't get to experience what we experienced.
You don't.
When you're in my classroom,
you don't get the stories.
When you're in my classroom with all the boys,
oh yeah,
brother, that's crazy. You look at one side of the class, you got all the other people. Madame Japo, class.
Shout out.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Crazy teacher.
No, she was a G.
Nah, she was a G, bro.
But yeah, no, I didn't start getting close, and that was a huge reason for me leaving.
Yeah.
I will say right now that my grade 8 elementary school teacher, who moved to JSF, Zombu, do you remember him?
Zombu, no.
Mr. Zombu. Anyways, he advised me. I went to him. I was like, "What do you think about IB?" And he literally advised me, not to expose him or anything, but he advised me that you shouldn't take IB. You shouldn't take IB.
I agree.
He's saying that. I mean, maybe in other countries it's different. If we're talking about international students, maybe it makes sense. If you're talking China, India,
of
and
course.
If you're looking to study abroad,
that's what that's what I was just about to say, bro. Like the entire fucking like thing about it is international.
Literally.
Baccalaureate, bro. Yeah. Like, you're doing it because you want to go study internationally. If you're applying to schools in the UK and the States, yeah, sure, do it. You'll get recognized. But if you're studying in Ontario, just do the program, bro.
Dude, literally. And that he pushed that point to me. I'm like, I'm not leaving Canada.
No, bro. No one at that school left. No one. Yeah. Nobody. Everyone in IB stayed here.
No one that I know of.
Me neither. I checked. I watched the whole USB graduation. I saw everyone's names. Everyone
USB
stayed here, bro.
graduation.
No one left Ontario.
Yeah.
They're just said, "Lord, the furthest they are is in Ottawa."
Yeah.
Crazy.
Literally. So yeah, like he said, if you're not going to study somewhere around the world, not in this country, then you don't need to do it because it takes you away from that experience.
It takes you away from everything, bro.
My history class was 18 people. Me and Gabriel were the only guys. It was just us. Girls crush school. Everyone knows that.
Okay.
So if you're an IB, you have you and just your one homie.
Yeah, it was depressing. And Yuli was part of IB for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah. That was good.
That was funny, bro.
That was good.
We have too many memories, too many positive memories to forget that school. That is crazy.
I agree.
I want to go visit with like the boys again, bro. That'd be so fun. Like actually.
That'd be cool. Maybe in like 10 years when we're super rich, we can go and extend the school again.
Yeah, literally.
Build a new hall. The Faguni Ponce library.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually thinking of supplying there. Supplying.
Why the would you do that?
Bank, bro.
Bank?
I talked to the new principal. He offered me. I'm not gonna get into that much details, but you know, all I have to say is I can do it. I can do it. Will I do it? Maybe as a side hustle. Who knows? But it's actually pretty good.
Prayers for those students.
Prayers, but you're about to get the best supply teacher you've ever got in your entire life.
Oh, supply.
Yeah, supply.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go and teach a class.
Hell no, I'm just supplying, bro.
Oh, okay. That'd be hilarious.
Imagine just walking, yo guys, my name is Drew. I'm teaching you guys today. You already know what the is going on. Like,
what kind of supply teacher would you be? What were the best supply teachers?
The best. The
ones who barely spoke French or
remember
English.
Eyebrows? Madame Eyebrows. It was like the guy. She had no eyebrows, bro. Remember that one picture?
Say what?
We had one picture. Ali had that picture of that teacher. I forgot her name. But she literally has no eyebrows.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Brother, there's no way. She was literally one of the most common supply teachers in our school. She literally had no eyebrows. We called her Madame Eyebrows.
I don't remember. Bro. I remember Megamind.
That's her.
Oh, okay.
Megamind is Madame Eyebrows.
Yeah.
Literally, Megamind is her. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a name for her.
Guy said Megamind. That's crazy. No, Megamind was one of her names, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's talk about... I was thinking about high school. And a lot of your rap is about relationships. Was it?
Yeah.
You're in a very successful relationship now.
Very successful.
Why?
Why
is it successful?
Why is the relationship successful?
Because you've grown.
Yeah.
Clearly. You've had relationships in the past.
Yeah,
What makes this one different?
What makes this one different is
I would have to say that your approach changed.
Approach definitely changed.
Exactly.
Approach is the one thing that changed the most, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. So what changed?
Brother,
how'd
from
you
bouncing
upgrade?
from one to the other to the other to the other in GSF, it was just crazy. Like I was just like moving crazy because I was like,
is a good way to put it.
Literally bouncing. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, from there you learn, bro. I learned so much from every single person that I've talked to. After all those years of being hurt from people who literally didn't give a shit about me, like shit like that, it's just it changes your perspective on a lot of things, and it increases your standards.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit
You
about
start looking
you
for you start looking for more though. Like I came into university actually looking for someone. I knew that it was the opportunity to meet people and talk to more people, including girls. So I was like, you know what? Let's start looking. Let's see what who's willing to actually talk, because there's a lot of people. I'm gonna talk about this too. A lot of people at UTM that just can't talk, bro. Like they just look so unapproachable. Like, is that the same thing at St. George? Because literally, I walk into one of our main buildings, like our cafeteria. Brother, there's people that you just can't even approach. You feel scared to approach them, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Guys and girls?
Yeah, both.
Both.
But the girls are more intimidating.
Why?
They just look like they want nothing to do with you.
It's defense mechanism.
It is defense mechanism, but bro, even when you look at a girl studying on her laptop, for fuck's sakes, shit like that, where they just don't look approachable. Like, you can't just walk up there alone and tell me, like, if I told one of my boys, like, I don't know, let's say we go back in September, I go back and I tell one of my boys, go talk to that person. The one thing he's gonna tell me, bro, how am I supposed to go talk to her when she's doing this? Like, it's just the approach is not natural, and
That's
it's
fair.
very forward.
That's fair.
And if a girl's able to take that forwardness from a guy, then it's different.
That's fair.
But most of the girls that I've seen at our school, prior to me having a girlfriend, literally, you can't approach them. You either meet them in a class or a tutorial, you meet them in a lecture,
Yeah.
and that's how you build your connections.
That makes sense. Yeah, and I think a lot of holy shit. I think a lot of it is also in guys' heads. I think some of them, yes.
Yeah.
Some girls are unapproachable, but I think a lot of it also comes down to insecurity. The guy is worried that the girl's gonna freak out, call him a creep, call him weird.
Yeah.
And that like kind of maybe inhibits that thought. Allows that thought to think this is an unapproachable person when in reality.
Yeah.
It's your own
That's true. That's true.
insecurities.
I feel like everyone has their own insecurity when it comes to, like, you know, approaching people.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I just do it in a very natural way. Like, most of the time I end up talking to people in class. Very natural approaches, nothing crazy where you just, you know, go up to someone and talk to them or ask them, like, forward things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But yeah, you know, related to relationships though, like, back to that, bro, after every downhill slope I've had, I learned a lot in the sense that it allowed me to open my mind and be more mature.
Yeah.
Brother, the only thing that I appreciate from people nowadays is they recognize my maturity.
Really?
A lot of people say that I'm, like, you know, more mature for my age. Because when it comes to shit like relationships and problems and communication, brother, I'm, like, levels ahead.
That's good.
Like, I feel like I'm very mature in the sense that I'm able to maintain and stabilize a relationship, communicate. And, yeah, I feel like that's why my relationship is successful. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it does go both ways.
Yeah.
Both people have to communicate. But, yo, I feel like I put myself in a position to build something real. That's the biggest thing, real. Real is something I've never had, bro.
Yeah.
Real is something where you literally...
All these fakers.
Bro, all these fakes in fucking GSF. Shout out to the fakes in GSF. You guys taught me a lot. You guys are all fake, bro. All of you are fake. Are you guys going to watch this fucking podcast? I'm looking right at you. Fakes, bro. Fakes. It's actually crazy. The amount of people who I just, like, literally talked to in high school and just treating me like I'm a fucking piece of shit. You're a fucking idiot.
Sorry. That was me.
What?
I was kidding.
Nah, bro. It's just crazy. But yeah, no, like, I feel like the core of just the why it's successful is just maturity, communication, and, you know, standards. You need to have those standards.
That's true. You do need standards.
Yeah.
Enough people don't have standards. You're right. And there comes, you have to have, like, a line. A lot of people don't have, like, a barrier to, I guess, the amount of shit they're willing to go through and put up with.
Again, this is where the emotional baggage comes in. The reason why, if you think about it, you look up stats on the internet about the length of relationships nowadays.
Yeah.
Bro, we average around, like, I'd say nowadays in our generation, 3 to 4 months is, like, the average length of a relationship nowadays for our age.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I always tell myself, like, how do people actually give up that easily? It makes no sense to me. But then I realize, like, yo, people, when they go through that traumatic shit, bro, and they have their triggers and their partner doesn't allow them to help them deal with those things, they end up hurting themselves. And then they end up putting themselves first and say, I'm done with this, rather than working it out.
Yep.
My biggest thing is working shit out. I always communicate first. I always, you know, try my best to work things out entirely together and rather solo. Because, bro, the only reason shout out to my girlfriend, I love her. We hit our 6 months like 2 weeks ago.
Past the average.
Past the average, quite literally. Yeah, no, like, it's just shit like that, bro. It's just like, I'm proud of the fact that I found something real and the fact that it's moving, like, well, and it's great. Like, I love it. It's real. She met my parents and everything. It's great, bro. Like, life is good.
I'm all about that YPG. I've always praised YPG. You know YPG?
What's YPG, bro?
Years per girl.
Years per girl.
You have to increase that stat.
Increase
as
that
high
stat.
as possible. That's the thing. I only go for... I wouldn't even consider a relationship if I didn't think it was going to last at least a year.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
No,
for sure.
My relationships have been 3.5 and 1. 3.5 years, 1 year. I've never done months.
Yeah,
I've
you've
never
never done
been with
months.
someone for just months. Like that's like I can't even.
See, I want you to
understand
talk about that because, like, yo, the 3 year one is crazy. The first one was sorry, the second one, the 1 year. Like, how do you, how do you and your partner just figure out like, okay, this is worth doing for a year even?
I don't think it's about that. I don't think it's about like talking through it. I think it's more just you need to find two people with that intention.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
intention is a crazy thing.
If you start dating someone and they don't have the intention,
The intention
of
being in a
long-term
long-term thing.
relationship,
Yeah,
then you never know.
that's the thing. Nowadays, girls just think guys are just here for short-term hookups and shit like that. Like, bro, there's a lot of guys who are out there looking for real love, bro. And I hate the stereotype where people, or sorry, women just say like, shit like, I don't know, yeah, fuck men, like fuck men. They're all a bunch of cheaters who just run their way out and do all sorts of fuckery like everywhere else. Like it's not the case for every single person, you know.
That's true, but you also can't blame a lot of these women who their only experience has been with those men.
That's
So-
true, but,
so that's the
that's
thing.
why the girl can't just be like, okay, this has happened to me. That's the way I think. When the girl that's traumatized meets that guy who's able to fulfill all those spots, that's when the mentality switches
Yeah.
and entirely changes her life.
Yeah.
Her entire perspective on life, her entire thinking process. You start to forget how to overthink. Shit like that. Like, bro, coming from me, I was a huge overthinker, bro. The same with these stereotypes about men. I had the stereotypes about women too. Women are playing games here, left, right, and center. You hear it in my songs all the
You
time.
can probably hear it in the
Bro,
song.
you should look at my lyrics, bro. Like, I write everything in my lyrics. That's
Yeah.
the one thing I tell everybody. If you want to know what I went through in life, go look at my lyrics. You'll see everything. And trust me, I write what I feel
One
in
of the-
here.
One of the songs, I don't remember which one. One of the songs, the intro, it was like, and then you hear in the background, it's Drew whispering, just be playing games. And then the song starts.
That's granted.
Granted, yeah.
Took me for granted. Yeah, no, literally, no, like, bro, look at that song. Like, if you can get a clip of it playing in this podcast, can you?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Like, put in a clip of this. Like, bro, you look at the song Granted. Like, play it, and literally you hear every lyric, and it hits you. It hits you. Everything I say hits you. It's supposed to be relatable, because most music nowadays, artists just go for, if you look at the market, it's just like people like Ed Sheeran and like Dua Lipa and all these people who are writing like love songs and shit like that. Like, it's the whole point is to market the people who are hurting and are willing to relate to an artist.
Yeah.
Relating to lyrics is a huge thing nowadays. That's why
You're
people
right.
appreciate music more.
You're right.
When it comes to the whole, I think it's just a mentality thing, bro.
Yeah.
A generational mentality, something that we can't change. You just have to find ways to work around it, and find a way to stand out amongst the other men. That's it. Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the worst part about it, but it's the best part about it too, is because like the whole generation is fucked.
Absolutely
this-
fucked.
There's this huge push and this huge, whatever, you want to blame it on society, I don't care. This huge force.
Stereotype as well.
Sure, yeah, stereotype. But if you can stand out amongst the men that are all struggling because of the society, because of the whatever, I don't even like calling it society, but the generational kind of struggles that our generation has.
Yeah.
If you can find a way to beat that, then you're already,
Yeah, you're already ahead.
you distinct yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You rise up above everyone who's still struggling.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it just comes down to the fact that you need losers for there to be winners.
For sure.
So
Yeah, I agree.
you got to choose to rise up.
What?
Got to choose to rise up.
Of course. What? Why are you looking at me like that, bro? This guy's staring into my soul like, what the fuck?
It was just transition at the end of the convo.
Okay.
Anyways, it's been fun.
It's been really fun.
Been a good convo.
Good conversation.
Appreciate you coming all the way from
Of course.
B-Town.
B-Town, yes. Shout out to the Brampton people.
Yep.
The
Shout out to
Bramptonians.
And yeah, do you have any closing thoughts? I always ask for closing thoughts for the Victoria
Closing
College
thoughts.
people.
Yo, shout out to everyone in Victoria. You guys are chill people. I know I've watched a couple of the content. Amazing people. shout out to everybody who comes on this podcast and, you know, showcases a side of them that, you know, you don't really see. Shout out to Carter, making amazing content. Absolutely amazing. This whole idea, I've always told them, like, this whole idea of this podcast stuff is crazy. It's a big like, it's a good thing to do for the community itself. And yeah, I appreciate what you do for this culture of Victoria.
Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
That's crazy.
Good having you on.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Took me for granted. That is some shit, yeah, I cannot stand it. Deep down, I'm an angel, but for real, yeah, I'm a bandit. Girl, once you lose me, you don't get no second chances. Don't take me for granted. Baby, I said it and I meant it. Took me for granted. That is some shit, yeah, I cannot stand it. Deep down, I'm an angel.